you see me come up in front of the TV in the living room, it's usually going to be a video about, like, let's talk about Facebook, or let's talk about Windows 8, or let's talk about, I don't know, Mad Jack versus Basic Talk. But no, we're going to talk about something else today. And it's a site that you're very likely viewing this video from. That's right, YouTube. That's what we're talking about today. See, in the past couple of years, YouTube has really done some changes that many of the users have not liked. But, not surprisingly, the people at YouTube just don't seem to care. I mean, they've been doing this for years. I mean, with channel updates and that kind of stuff. But within the past year, the changes have been more dramatic than ever. Now, first thing I want to focus on is the Load More button. Now, this is not the first time YouTube introduced the Load More button. They introduced it in, I believe, 2010, and that was when the channel design had your video here and your list of videos here. And you would just have to keep scrolling down, click Load More, scroll down, click Load More, scroll down, click Load More. They eventually redone the channel design to have page views like it always used to be. When you look on somebody's channel, you'd have a page of videos, and then you have some numbers at the bottom where you go to page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, or so on and so forth. But in 2012, YouTube decided to bring back the Load More button. Oh yeah, because the Load More button is so fabulous. I mean, it makes browsing through people's channels easier than ever before. I mean, let's say for a big channel like 3D Game Man that has thousands of videos, you're going to have probably hundreds of pages on that channel. So should we just click Load More 100 times? Oh wait, that's right, YouTube, for some reason, on their site, you can only click that Load More button 30-something times and then it just quits. Like you came to see the videos halfway through the channel. And there's a script out there that's called the YouTube Load More Fix, or something like that. I can't remember the exact name. Oh, it's called YouTube Load More Videos. You can download that to Grease Monkey and Firefox or install it to Chrome, and you have an auto Load More button. Just click it once and it goes Load More, Load More, Load More, Load More, Load More. But yeah, that was one of those changes I've really hated. Next was the YouTube One Channel. Oh yeah, they're going to decide to take away backgrounds from your channels. Make it just this ugly white background. Make it look like just some other page on YouTube. Like a preview of somebody's channel. Yeah, they give you this little spot here to put your picture. It's kind of like the cover photo on a Facebook timeline in a way. Anyways, not only that, but with the One Channel, when you click on and watch somebody's video, you get this watermark that says watched on it. And it says, let's say you watch many videos on a channel, you'll have all these watermarks saying watched across other videos. And it's just wonderful. But yeah, that's another thing. The next thing they've done, I believe, oh yeah, for YouTube partners who have revenue sharing on their channels. Used to be, well, this is still the case, you actually have a Google AdSense account that you get paid through. But used to be, to monitor your earnings, all you had to do is log into Google AdSense and see real-time monitoring of, let's say, today's earnings, yesterday's earnings, or so on and so forth. I mean, it's pretty much up-to-the-minute updates on your earnings. And that was very nice to have. I mean, Google AdSense had some very good tools in it. But starting April 1st, 2013, YouTube decided to say no more Google AdSense monitoring. You're going to use YouTube Analytics whether you like it or not. I mean, YouTube Analytics, I mean, yeah, we know it's at least 2 days behind on monitoring, but no, you're going to use our YouTube Analytics tool. You're not using AdSense anymore. So yeah, now we had this poor analytics tool. I mean, in a way, the analytics tool is pretty nice, but for real-time monitoring, you just forget about it. I mean, there's been days, I mean, quite a few times within the past couple of weeks that YouTube Analytics got 5 days behind on earnings. Like for instance, just for an example, I want to see how much I earned on August 1st. I can't remember exactly what day it was, but I'm just using this as an example. Let's say the YouTube Analytics got 5 days behind. I won't be able to see the earnings I earned on August 1st until August 6th. Now normally, like I mentioned, it's 2 days behind. So, like let's say for today, I won't be able to see today's earnings until 2 days from now. When it used to be in Google AdSense, I could click right now and see how much I earned so far today. So So yeah, that's another thing that YouTube has done that not many users have liked, but they say, oh, who cares? We're big. We're not, I mean, people are going to keep using us anyway. But those changes are very small compared to what they have done recently. And this really got going in May. One day I logged into YouTube and went to comment on one of the videos, reply to a comment, and I saw this pop-up come up saying, get a better name on YouTube. And it showed my existing name, which was Cube Computer Channel, with the C-Cube logo for Cube Computer Company, just the way it was supposed to be. The channel doesn't represent me, it represents Cube Computer. I have a second channel called Byte Geek MTDX that's just for videos about me and everything else. Cube Computer Channel is just a computer tech video channel. It doesn't represent me as a whole. It represents Cube Computer Company. But anyways, YouTube had this thing popped up showing Cube Computer Channel, my existing name, the C-Cube logo, and over here it would say how you look after this change. It would show my name, and it would show my Google Plus picture. It says from your Google Plus profile. And you had the option to click next, or the more preferred option saying, I don't want to use my full name. You click that, it'll ask you why, and you have like 6 or so options to choose from. You couldn't just X out this, by the way. And if you refresh the page, it'll just come right back. You had to choose from like 6 options or so. Because YouTube asked you what was you doing with your channel. Does it represent like a business or organization? Is the channel about yourself, you just don't use your full name? Why do you not want to use your full name? You have to choose the option. And then it'll say like, okay, we'll come up with some better options for you later on. So a few days will pass by, and then it'll pop up again. Get a better name on YouTube. You have to go through this over and over and over again. And then they change it to start using your full name on YouTube. And it's kept nagging users over and over and over again. There's a post on the Google product forum saying, get a better name on YouTube. Yay! Stop nagging. Because people are getting irritated with it. So many people are getting so fed up with YouTube asking users constantly over and over to get a better name. Now, of course, I get asked twice because I have 2 channels. Cube Computer Channel and Byte Geek MTDX. As a matter of fact, today I got asked twice to get a better name on YouTube. And not only when you get a better name on YouTube, you actually get paired up with the Google Plus profile you'll never use. You don't want it, but they're going to pair it up anyway. So yes, you end up getting this Google Plus profile for your YouTube channel, and then your YouTube channel becomes a part of that Google Plus profile. And it's just so many things people don't want. Which, by the way, every time you click out of this stuff, it would say, okay, we'll find better options for you later, or okay, we'll ask you again later. Come on now, YouTube. Are we really that dumb? Are we really just saying, oh no, we're going to change our minds. We're going to use our full name later on sometime. So just keep on asking us, and maybe we'll finally decide. And as I mentioned earlier about how people kept clicking no, don't use my full name, don't use my full name, YouTube decided to make things different. They decided to pull up this big box when you went to comment on somebody's video saying, YouTube is updating your channel account. And there's a little bitty X over there. Many people don't see it. So it looks, it appears that you're being forced to either use your full name, change your name, or use your existing name, and get you a free complimentary Google Plus account tied to your YouTube channel. It actually happened to me. I accidentally clicked through and got the Google Plus page, something I didn't want. And if you ever notice, if you click on the Cube Computer Channel link to my channel, you'll notice that the channel name is Cube Computer Channel, but the title for my channel is Cube Computer Company. After this change, it wiped all that out, wiped out my channel icon, which is a C cubed, put up some sort of generic icon, and it put Cube Computer Channel on the channel page. And then I had this Google Plus profile, nothing I didn't want. And this crazy thing is, when that Google Plus account gets tied to your YouTube channel, you have to go into your Google Plus account to make changes to your picture, that kind of stuff. It's all through Google Plus. And there have been many instances to where people got so fed up with the Google Plus, they accidentally deleted it. I mean, when they deleted it, they didn't realize that when this change takes effect, your YouTube channel becomes a product of that Google Plus page. So when you delete the Google Plus page, bye-bye goes to your YouTube channel. Your YouTube channel is now gone. I mean, there's just so much aggravation and frustration and everything else. I mean, YouTube, if we wanted a better name, we would have changed it ourselves. Or, you know, what's so funny is some people, when they create their YouTube accounts, they typed in their full name as their username. But ironically, they're still getting asked to get a better name on YouTube. Start using your full name on YouTube. When these people already had their full name on YouTube. Now, how much sense does that make? And I mean, YouTube is just constantly on and on, nagging and nagging. Before I wrap up this section about the get a better name on YouTube, there's a very big reason why I wouldn't want to use my full name on YouTube. Now, obviously, when you pull up my videos, you'll see my first name. It'll say Computer Tech Videos by Nick. But there's a reason why many people don't want to use their full names on YouTube. And you're probably asking, hey, well, Facebook requires you to use your full name. Well, yeah, Facebook is a social networking site. Facebook does not reveal all your information to the public. You have to, it only, when you configure it right, it only shows limited information, limited photos, that sort of stuff, only, to public, and only your friends can see all your information. There's a big difference there. I remember back in the 90s when I created my first email account, there was so many advisors out there, so use a pseudonym. Don't use your full name and your email address because you need to protect your identity. But nowadays with Google, they're like, oh yeah, we need you to use your full name. You know what I mean? It's just so ridiculous. Anyways, there's another thing YouTube has done, and this is to the video watch page. Anyways, under the YouTube video player, you have some tabs there. One is About, and one is Share, and I believe there's another one too. But anyways, you have the About and you have the Share. Every time the video ends, it automatically switches to the Share tab. You could be reading a very long description for the video, and all of a sudden, it just switches over to the Share tab. Now, if I want to share this video, I ought to click it myself, YouTube. You don't need to auto-click things for me. Seriously. Why is YouTube making such dumb changes to the site? These people, the users don't like the changes, so why do you keep doing it? I think YouTube and Google have got too big for their britches, I believe. Kind of like how Microsoft has done lately. Used to be Microsoft back in the day, they did things for the consumer, but now they done turn into some big company. The customer is like nothing to them. Microsoft, they're also big and powerful. We'll just do whatever we want to. And apparently Google is starting to get the same way with YouTube. The changes YouTube has made in the past year, I think they've been the worst in the whole history of the site. And I did mention Google in this because Google owns YouTube, and Google has been making a few changes to their stuff too. For one thing, this has actually been occurring for a while. Late this year, I believe it's November 2013, Google is going to quit iGoogle. And of course, iGoogle has been around for many years. iGoogle is your own customized homepage that shows your news, weather, your emails, everything, all from one web page. Not everybody has a Chromebook, or not everybody uses cloud apps. iGoogle is still very handy for many people, and I know many people who still like to use it. So Google, why are you just killing it? Many people still like to use it. So why are you killing it? iGoogle is not that big of a deal. So why are you killing it? And now here's one more thing they have done. This has to do with Gmail. I've used Gmail since 2006. And overall, it's been a decent email service. But within the past couple of months, they have made a change, which you can undo this change, by the way. But they automatically turn this on for everybody. When you had your own, you just had a single inbox that had all your emails together. Gmail decided to sectionalize that into 3 to 5 tabs. Like you have promotions, you have different tabs. Like you have social, promotions, and a few others. I don't even remember what they are because I don't use that anyway. But you have all these tabs, and Gmail just automatically starts sorting those emails into different tabs. And one thing that has really started to get a big stink on the internet here lately with Gmail is the promotions tab. I mean, sites like Newegg dislike it. Like the other day, you see sites like Tiger Direct and Newegg sent out notices that please move our emails back to your important box so you continue to get our offers. And hey, what computer technician doesn't like to see a Newegg offer? I mean, something on sale, I like to know about it. I don't want to be hidden. I mean, there's a spam folder for a reason. Spam should go there. Stuff that's not spam, I should be able to see. Should be hidden over some other tab. But yeah, you have to go into the settings to turn off these tabs. But yeah, with YouTube here lately, over the past year, and Google too, they seem to have forgotten what the customer wants. They've just gotten so big to they don't care about what the customer wants. It's what we want. We're going to do it whether you like it or not. It seems like the phrase, I mean the word force has become very common with Google here lately. I mean, it's been common with Facebook for the past many years, but I mean, Google, their slogan, at least when they come out, was "Do no evil." So hey, Google, stop doing evil. Stop forcing changes on people. Listen to what your users want, and I think you'll be good to go. So yeah, anyways, any questions or comments? Feel free to ask them. Thanks for watching.